Hi, I'm Phil Graney of Phil's Gang. Last week we hit 40,000 on the Dow. Took 125 years, but it got the S&P, the NASDAQ, all new high. All three new high. The excitement was unbelievable. But where's the danger? Well, the biggest danger is they've convinced everybody that the stock market is the economy. That's why they keep artificially pushing the market up, because they want you to think, hey, the economy's good, when it's not. And you know when it's not. Example, Jared Bernstein. Who is he? He's the economic advisor to the president. He was his economic advisor as vice president. Do you know who he is? This guy's a dope. He couldn't even answer a question last week when they asked him, hey, why are we borrowing money? Why don't we just keep printing money? And here was Bernstein's answer.
The government definitely prints money, and it definitely lends that money, which is why the government definitely prints money, and then it lends that money by selling bonds. Is that what they do?
He had no idea why we print money or why we borrow money. We borrow money so we don't print money, because when you borrow money, you're not running inflation. When you print money, you're running inflation hot. This week he comes out and he says this.
So we have seen really good wage results, particularly for middle and lower paid workers, and now they're beating inflation. So we have real wage gains. Wrong, 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 wrong.
No, we don't. We don't have real wage gains. That's a lie. Last week, Target came out and said their customers were suffering. They turned around, took 5,000 items, and they're cutting the prices. Now, that gave us, as a trader, an opportunity. We got a signal from my color-coded chart that gives me a signal when to buy, when to sell short. Here, take a look. We turned from green, and we got a wonderful sell signal right here. Now, we don't get out. What we do is short, and we got a great shorting opportunity. But my point is, why would Target stock be going down if Jared Bernstein was telling the truth? Because he's not telling the truth. In fact, he got into it with Cavuto last week when Cavuto asked, why does the president keep lying and saying that when he took office, inflation was at 9%? No, it wasn't.
I think inflation has gone slightly up. It was at 9% when I came in, and it's now down around 3%.
Jared, why does he keep saying that? You're his top you're the head of the Council of Economic Advisors. Do you ever whisper in his ear, Mr. President, just to be technical about it, it was at 9% when you assumed office, it was 1.4%. It got as high as 9% in 2022. You brought it down from that, but it was never, ever, ever 9% when you came into office. So why does he keep saying?
Well, first of all, let me point out that in that very quote you played, the president talked about how concerned he was for households struggling with prices that he consistently.
That's not what I asked you. That's not what I asked you.
So
why does he keep?
Cavuto went on, kept trying to get out, but he kept lying. In fact, Cavuto at the end said, you're as bad as the president. Now, think about this. When he said this last week,
so we have seen really good wage results, particularly for middle and lower paid workers, and now they're beating inflation. So we have real wage gains.
Wait a minute. No, it does. How can he say that? When Target last week came out and said, we're going to cut 5,000 items, prices, because our customers are struggling. That's what they said. The customers can't make it because their wages are not beating inflation. It's the opposite. Well, guess what? That was a sell signal for us. Take a look at my chart. Here's Target. So look what we got. On my color-coded chart, to send signals, when to buy, when to sell. I designed this. You know why I designed this? Because I followed the money. I've been in this business for 50 years, and one thing I've learned, these guys will lie, cheat, and still not ever tell you the truth. You got to follow the money. And the algorithms on my charts, which are patent, are set up to sell short, to signal you, or to buy. So we sold short. Look, would have turned red right here. Look at that. Now, I'm only showing you this because would Target stock be going down? Would they be cutting their prices if what Jared Bernstein is saying is true? People are doing well? Of course not. Now, let's talk about inflation. Why is it so persistent? You can't get rid of it. Because when Trump was president and we got COVID, nobody knew what to do. So what he did, he turned around and he printed and borrowed $3 trillion to put it into the economy. He didn't know what to do. Nobody knew what to do. But then, when Biden became president, he gets stupid. He's a politician. He wants the people to love him. He just got into office. So he makes the biggest mistake ever. He says, I'm going to vote. I'm a good guy, not like Trump. I'm going to send everybody a $1,400 check in your family. Oh, and by the way, if you get $300 a week unemployment, I'm going to send you an extra $400 on top of the $300. I'm going to do moratoriums savings. You don't have to pay your house payment. Don't have to pay your car payment. Don't have to pay your student loan. Savings went up to, my God, went up to something like $32 trillion. Unbelievable. No more. It's all gone. It's all gone. So when he was told, the president was told by economists all over the world, look, don't turn around and do another COVID deal. And remember, he was told to do just $500 billion because Trump already did $3 trillion. So they said, just do $500 billion. We don't need it. Well, guess who he goes talks to? This dope Bernstein. He can't even explain why in the hell we print or why do we borrow. He doesn't know the difference. And Bernstein convinces the president, do $2 trillion. $2 trillion on top of the $3 trillion? How are you ever going to get it out of the system? We're not, and that's what we're seeing. But see, here's the thing. They know, everybody thinks that the stock market is the economy. As long as the stock market goes up, everybody's going to say, oh, the economy's doing well. When not the truth. So with all that money, stock market took off. And everybody said, look how great the economy's doing. No, it was doing terrible. Because now we got all this $5 trillion in the system. And it got so bad. Not only did he pay the $1,400 checks to everybody in the family, he added $400 a week to your normal $300 a week unemployment check. I mean, it's amazing what this guy did in this American Rescue Plan. And by the way, he promised that he would create 4 million new jobs. That was a lie. It didn't happen. We lost 1.8 million jobs. Why? Because he gave everybody an extra unemployment check every week of $400, so people didn't go to work. This is how stupid this Bernstein is. And when they said to the president, or to Bernstein, don't let the president go with another $2 trillion, we can't afford the debt. And Bernstein, okay, a moron, turns around and says, wait a minute, debt has no relevance as it puts no strain on the economy. Plagiarizing a Marxist by the name of Krugman, who works for the New York Times. So this is what they're banking on. You continue to think, you look at the stock market, gee, I'm okay. I don't have any money in my savings. I've gone through my 401k. I'm taking emergency money out. I can't meet my car payment, can't meet my house payment, but gee, we got to be doing good because look at the market. This is what they want you to do. And the market keeps going up. Why? Because they lie and they say, which is truthful, they say the market's forward looking. Don't worry about what's going on. Don't worry about the debt ratio to GDP. It should be at 60, but it's at 120. Don't worry that we had an increase in money supply of 277%. Don't worry that we have record interest, an increase of 157%. Deficits, a record increase of 340%. The national debt, an increase of 385%. Don't worry about that. You got to look forward. And guess what we're going to do forward? We're going to cut rates. This is what they've been saying every day since October. We're going to cut rates, and the market keeps going up. Every time the market pulls back a little bit, boom, hey, we're going to cut rates. And the bubble's getting bigger and bigger and bigger. So what do we do here at Phil Screen? And I want you to follow me. Here's what we did. We went to what we call power stocks. What's that mean? We go after stocks that are making new high. Okay, like our gold stocks. Look at this. Look at went from red to green. We also did. Look at Newmont. Look at AU. Look how they all went from red to green, all going up. Then we also went and started by Duke, which was a utility stock. So you take utility stocks, and you take gold stocks, and you invest in them, which we did. We're doing terrific, about 20-30%, because those stocks are defensive stocks. And the big institutions, why are you seeing the volume so light on the market? Because the institutions aren't participating anymore. Yes, they moved their money into, like we did, gold and utilities because it's defensive. And you're not going to be buying. Why do you think tech stocks are having so much trouble? So that's what we've been doing to protect ourselves. Now, I don't know how much longer the market's going to keep going up with this BS. Oh, don't worry about today. In the future, we're going to keep cutting. It may go up even more. But keep taking advantage of that by staying in what we call the power stock. And we'll show you which stocks are the power stock. We'll show you how to use our color-coded chart that tells you when to buy, when to sell, which is so accurate. And for 10 days, you're going to use that and use our stock all free. Check it out. Check it out. Just the link to my bio, or just go to philsgang.com. And please hit subscribe, like, and share. Stop listening to these people and stop looking at the stock market like this, the economy. Again, remember, this money that they put in now, total $5 trillion, is persistent. It's not coming out. This is what's causing us a problem. And we can't get inflation down. Even today, Autos are still at 25%. Rent's still up 30%. Gasoline's still up, 27%. And here we are. Are you kidding me? This is in 2021. We're in 2024. And who did this? This guy, Jared Bernstein, who doesn't even know when the hell you print money and when you borrow money. Or why do you borrow money instead of print money when you got a printer machine? He couldn't answer the question. So play it safe. Go to my site, philsgang.com. Try it for 10 days. And you'll be on the right side of every transaction. Promise you. It doesn't cost you a penny for 10 days, okay? So the next time you think, oh, the economy must be doing great because you're looking at the market, you're going to be into a surprise. And when we finally get that big surprise where the market, one morning you're going to wake up and the market's down 800, 1,200 points, you won't have to worry because if you remember, you'll have already been in a position shorting the market before that happened. Check it out, philsgang.com. See you on the chart.